Welcome back to Lives Beneath. We're going fishing. Let's see what I got. Let's take that machete. Seems like since I loaded the checkpoint, I do not have the silencer on the gun anymore, but that's fine. We don't necessarily need it. Sometimes it comes in handy, but not always. Alright, so last time we finished walking around town, exploring it, fighting some monsters, and finding out that the whole place seemed to be deserted, except for monsters. Also crabs with faces. How could I forget the crabs with the faces? They greeted us in town, and we probably don't want any of that. But now, we're on the next chapter, gone fishing. We're on a boat. There's not much on this boat, except something very important. A spear gun, huh? Also dolls. It's never a good sign. Let's take this. Alright. New weapon, the spear gun. So how does it work? Shoot it. And snap it back into position. So this gun does not use ammo. It has the one spear on a rope, and that's it. And while it's a weapon, it can do damage. We really are going to use it more as a key to advance. There's really nothing else on this boat. It's a pretty small boat, and the path stops here. So really the only thing to do is to turn around and go back the way we came. But we've already been here. We already explored the town. What would be the reason to go back? I think I can spear that rope section up there. So we see like that orange, yellowish cloth up there. We've seen that before, but there's nothing we could do about it. It does get our attention, though, with how bright and colorful it is. Well, that is a job for the spear gun. That opened that up. And it turns out we can't actually go back, even if we wanted to. It's now blocked with crates. Crates do show up here and there to just block our progress, but fortunately, we have something that will allow us to go places that we couldn't go before. I mean, even with everyone turning into monsters, it doesn't really explain what happened here, where like the ground just collapsed and houses fell into the water, the frozen water. Alright, another one of those up there. Two orange things to the left and to the right. Let's bring them both down and see where they lead us. Well, tentacles, but fortunately with the harpoon gun, we can hurt them, make them draw back for a little bit, not permanently, but enough. I guess we can do that with other weapons as well, like if I shot that barrel, but with the harpoon gun at least we don't have to use any ammo to do it. And the harpoon gun goes on our back, like the shotgun. So we have two back slots that the shotgun and the harpoon gun go on. Not for anything else, just those two weapons. Just walking on bridges on rooftops now. Evidence box. Now the silencer is unlocked at the campfire. There's a note on it. Union guys cleaned up after what happened last night. Wanted you blank. Boxes like these are used by the workers to store personal effects during long shifts at the cannery. I see a note attached to the box that reads, "The Union guys cleaned up after what happened last night, but they wanted you to have this." Well, we can't really, being distracted by the noise out there, we can't take the photo out of there. I can't really tell what that's a photo of, though. A meat grinder, possibly. They made the vessel quiet, chopped up the old skin, packed in little tins, scattered. But now the vessel has a new skin. A better skin. Well, we did find a tin of tuna that didn't have tuna in it. I would just suggest at this point that if Dad actually did make it here, I don't like his chances. Can I not get that from here? There it is. A checkpoint would be nice right now. Well, looks like that the tentacles have left for the time being. And we're approaching a church with big meat trees growing around. We've seen the meat trees before. We have seen them. Sad to see it like this. Not that I ever went to church much. What's a big old crab? Alright, we gotta use the harpoon gun for this. Tear its claws off. I wouldn't call it arms, because they're coming out of its mouth. And we can use it to kill the small ones, too, that it's birthing out of its mouth. Grab its big old red eyeball with the harpoon. It's a very strong gun. You think about how we're tearing these claws off just like nothing. Oh, there we go. Well, if we had tried to leave, we would find that we wouldn't have been able to. This came down after we came in. Guess I'll add whatever the hell that was to the list of things I'll have nightmares about forever. Yeah, I expect that she won't be able to forget the events here anytime soon. Yeah. And, found another silencer. Put those right there. You kind of wonder what the town looked like when it was, you know, active, with people bustling about and the houses not collapsing into the ocean and no meat trees coming up out of the ground. You wonder what kind of a place it might have been. Well, either way, May doesn't seem to have especially good memories of it. Two ways we can go. We can go up there, but there isn't one of those orange cloths over there. So, of course, we're going to try that out first. Archive item. It's only part of one, though. Before I pick that up, let's do that. Crab carving. Now a gas can is unlocked at the campfire. It's only part of a crab carving, though. There are other parts of the crab to find. It's a fragment of an old wood toy. Sailors used to carve figurines like these on long voyages, then sell them in town. We still have one to go, however. Yeah, he saw me head on, so the bullets were doing less damage. Well, I don't really need a second gun. Oh, I dropped my gun. There we go. Well, that's nice and all. But the main thing I'm thinking about, aside from all the damage I took... oh, there's a tentacle over there. Just waving about. Well, it doesn't seem to see me. The main thing I'm thinking about is I want the third part of this crab. Where is the third part of this? Did I miss something? Because there's definitely a third crab piece somewhere. But I don't see it. That's just a sandwich in there. When you have a multiple piece item like this, the pieces are never that far away from each other. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Dad used to bring toys like this back when he would go drinking at the Castaway Tavern. He used to say that it's the best restaurant in town, because it's the only restaurant in town. Boring crab. No face. They look much better now. I don't know if I'd say that the new crabs are much better than the old ones. And we're heading back into the town now. The village again, still no sign of Dad. I better head back to the lighthouse and figure out my next move. Alright, looks like that May is giving up on the town. And is deciding that she's just going to go back to the lighthouse and figure out where to go from there. This is just kind of hovering right there. I guess that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, too. It's all fine. Look like we're in a morgue. Following the red line, as we have before. And that ends chapter 11, as we enter chapter 12, An Arm's Length. Attacking me right at the campfire? Come on now. That's just rude is what that is. Well, okay. We have a new weapon, which is really the biggest thing that's happened in this past chapter. It's a harpoon gun that will allow us to reach places that we couldn't reach before, so it's very useful. We fought a giant face crab. A giant crab with a face. Doesn't attack your... I mean, I guess technically they attack your face because they jump at you. But they have faces themselves. They're very unpleasant faces. What lore items did we find? We found evidence box, which is something about the Union guys cleaned up after what happened last night, whatever that might mean. But apparently what happened last night was making the vessel quiet, chopping up the old skin, packing in little tins. And the crab carving, in which someone critiques old crabs, saying crabs don't have faces, they should have faces. They do now. But I don't know how good that is. Well, it seems that May, after traveling through the town, and on the by the docks, and on the nearby boats, and through the church, has decided that there is no sign of any human life, and no sign of Dad. So, what do? Kind of at a dead end here. May originally walked through the woods trying to find a sign of Dad. Didn't find him. Decided that he must have gone to Slumber, because, hey, where else would he have gone to try to get help? We're here now, and we found that, no, there's no help to be found here in Slumber. And still no sign of Dad, so where could he have gone? The only thing May can think of right now is to go back home to the lighthouse and try to work out from there what her next move might be, because she's at a loss, doesn't know what to do next. So we will continue on with Lies Beneath, and see if anything might come up. See what she decides to do as we continue on looking for Dad.